Peace, Pisces. This is about to be your January monthly messages. Water sign has showed a lot of love on my Facebook, so I'm doing your individual zodiac sign, but I'm going to be posting it to YouTube instead. Anyways, this is going to, let me get my shit together. This is going to resonate with Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, as well as North Node. Please take the messages as they resonate. Everything is not going to resonate with you, and roles can be reversed. All right, so you guys' reading's already starting out really good. What is going to be the overall theme? All right. So Pisces, to start you guys' reading, the first card I have coming out is the peace you will gain will be worth everything you felt like you've lost. And when I talk about this, we're not just talking about 2025. I feel like there's something here, maybe 2019, 2018. Some of you guys maybe goes back to 2022. There's something here you feel like you experienced a major loss in and you really didn't recover, or something never came back to you the way you desired it to be. But I see after that card, my next card out is Sacred Plan. And with the Sacred Plan, I see that something's divinely orchestrated. Now, this may sound annoying to some people, especially if you feel like you've experienced like a season of suffering, a season of sagnicity, a season of confusion. Maybe you felt like you were neglected or abandoned by the Most High, but that was not the case at all. It's kind of like you guys were going through a death process, but your death process was shedding off layers and layers and layers of you. Kind of like you're moving from your South Node to your North Node, and you're becoming more in alignment with who you were meant to be and the things that you were supposed to be pursuing. And in order to do that, once again, you had to die through emotional destruction. You had to die through self-destruction, and you had to gain a certain level of wisdom to master these lessons and tests. Regardless, Most High has a sacred plan for you. You have not been forsaken. You have not been neglected. And I do see in the month of January, you guys are going to start to notice more progress in what you're working towards. All right, what do Pisces need to know right now? Come on. So first card out is extra income. Your money is about to be looking very good. And with this extra income, the next card out is bosses take losses. I feel like this is recent past energy. Going back to what I was saying before about you guys feeling like you've experienced a pretty big loss. But I assure you, you guys are about to bounce back. And you're bouncing back with something more better, something more fulfilling, something that's more realistic. I won't say realistic, but it's more stable, where it's like you don't have to worry about this being fleeting. This is carrying longevity. This is carrying some form of generational legacy. So the losses that you took, once again, is not going to compare to the abundance that's coming your way. Ooh, let me get my cards together. Now, along with this extra income, I do see that telling you be mindful who you're choosing to celebrate with. You do have some toxic elders around you. If these aren't elders, this could just be people who are bad influences in your life, people who don't support you as they should be. This could also be someone who's locked up or experiencing some legal troubles, whether this is romantic, platonic, whatever the case is. I do see you guys are going to be at a crossroads in the month of January, maybe even a little bit of February, since we are going to be in that pre-shadow effects in the first 2 weeks of February before we get in that Mercury retrograde. But it's like there's something here where as you guys are coming into a promising offer, a promising future, this extra income, somebody else is not going to be experiencing the same on their journey. Now, I did just get done doing the collective messages, and it's kind of been like a little bit of a repetitive theme of like the tables turning. And I see as the tables are turning, the ancestors don't want you to get caught up in false obligations. Someone else's emergencies is not your emergency, Pisces. And just because someone else is struggling to maintain peace or abundance in their life does not mean you need to sacrifice your own. I see that someone is trying to get you caught up. I don't know if they're trying to get you caught up in a lie, if this is like past dirt information. I don't know what this is, but I do see that the ancestors are telling you not to feed into this too much. This person's on drugs. This person's an alcoholic. Again, they're falling off mentally, emotionally, or financially. And as for you, they're telling you to separate yourself so you can get a little bit more serious about this brand new you and brand new life that you're attempting to create. Now, I got 2 confirmations here. 1, to start the process, and 2, that it is a process, which just means that these changes may not happen overnight. It's kind of like a domino effect. It's going to take one decision that's going to allow the rest of this to fall into place for you. And the ultimate decision may have something to do with you guys going no contact, developing stronger boundaries, or again, just leaving the past in the past once and for all and for good. Now, I see that there's a confession here. Pisces, take it how it resonates, but you could have been involved with someone romantic who could have had you on like a runner-chaser dynamic. You could have been chasing this person's love. 1 minute they're love bombing you, acting like they're this, they're that. Next minute they're ghosting you and they're breadcrumbing you. Whatever the case is, this person's dealing with some heavy legal problems, and they could be confessing something to you that's eating them alive. My bad, y'all. My hair is wet. Whatever this is, keep in mind, as you guys are coming into this newness and you're starting this process, you definitely are being heavily pocket watched, whether if it's by this romantic person or these elders I was talking about. I say as right now, you need to redefine your loyalty and start to become more loyal to yourself first. Just because the Most High ancestors heard conversations you weren't around for, and these people who once used to be there for you could be switching up in the end. But understand that's just sometimes a part of the process and the way certain shit plays out. My bad, y'all. I got pieces of paper on my shirt. Regardless, though, I do see as you're redefining your loyalty, starting to become more loyal to yourself, starting to become a little bit more serious when it comes to the life that you want to live and create for yourself. This is going to be intimidating a lot of people. This is going to be exposing a lot of people who don't wish you as well as they claim they do. Yeah, I can't make this up. So there's going to be like some type of awkward encounter. Either you guys already experienced this awkward encounter, or this Cancer New Moon is going to be bringing this energy out. This awkward encounter has something to do with someone like begging for something. This could be money. This could be attention, emotional, filling an emotional void. I don't know, but I do see that they need you. They want you. They don't need you. This is someone you're dealing with that is a user. And this user is low-key looking you up, maybe running background checks on you, maybe sneaking and creeping on your social media. There's something very hidden about this person, or something that this person is trying to keep hidden. And it could be with these legal problems that they're dealing with as well. Whatever the case is, Pisces, do not get caught up in this energy. Next card out is you're beyond protected because you belong to the Most High. It's because of that, again, just understand rejection is the best form of protection. And if somebody was breadcrumbing you, someone was love bombing you, someone was trying to put you in compromising situations, understand, as you guys are starting to see the situation for what it really is, and you're straying away, you're not doing anything wrong. Next card out is Archangel Michael's, which is just a double confirmation. Protected from spiritual attacks, protected from love spells, hexes, whatever the case is, where someone's trying to interrupt your journey or path. After that, I do see love affair. I do see flings. I do see someone could be even down low. This is not going to resonate for everybody, but there's just something here a little taboo about the sexuality of this person, or a taboo situation that they're trying to bring you in. And this could simply just be an unconventional relationship where they never fully commit to you, but they want you to be loyal to them. Take it how it resonates. But I see over these next few days, you guys are going to, your intuition is going to be heightening. With your intuition and heightening, it's going to be important. You trust the channel downloads that you're getting. You trust your emotions. You trust how you feel, and you make sure you're not being in denial or trying to force something to be something that it's not. You cannot make people be who you need them to be. They can only be who they authentically are. And because of that, I see it's going to be important that you keep your boundaries up right now as you continue to move forward towards success. You guys are graduating from old cycles, which just means if something at one point in time used to be a repetitive or reoccurring theme in your life, struggle, poverty, betrayals, house hopping, something like that, you're not going to have to worry about experiencing that in 2026. There's some type of karmatic debt that you once used to have that you're cleansing, you're clearing. Which just means that you guys learned a really intense lesson here. Also means you guys could have went through intense challenges to gain this form of wisdom or this lesson. Now, I have a confirmation here that says all money is not good money. So be careful with anybody coming back around. Again, maybe trying to love bomb you through acts of services. This is definitely someone toxic, a toxic ex, a toxic fling, toxic baby mama or baby daddy. But I see, again, you're going to this new level, so you do not need their money. Understand this new level you're going to. I already said it once before, but a lot of people are going to be intimidated. A lot of people are going to be jealous. The people you expect or assume who's going to be happy for you or support you, they're not. And that's something that you may need to come into acceptance with. But yeah, live in the present moment. Maintain your good vibes. Something is happening now. Maybe not right now, but I do see very soon. And this Cancer full moon is highlighting it. Someone feels rejected by you. They're rejected because you don't want to play these games with them no more. They feel rejected because you're no longer making bad decisions, or you're no longer sabotaging yourself. You're not worried about the future. Your faith is stronger. You're not worried about them and what they're doing. And I see for some of you guys, this could be like an abusive elder, like someone who's like very abusive, but when you call them out on their shit, Maybe they're like, oh, I'm about to have a heart attack, or like they use their health as a way, or they weaponize their health to get people to feel bad for them, to overlook the shitty or fucked up shit that they do. I don't know, but someone feels rejected by you because you're not falling for this shit anymore. And truthfully, these are people you've already cut off, Pisces. These are past people you've already left out in the past. You left out in the cold, or you went low contact with. I see you have karmatic success here. After karmatic success, I just pulled out paradise. Come on. Sometimes it's lonely at the top, but it's not going to always be like this. I do see that for some of you guys had to separate yourself from your whole social circle. You had to separate yourself from your whole family tree. You had to separate yourself from a whole environment just so you could start to pay more attention to your inner voice, because there's a lot of people around you, a lot of opinions around you that was trying to get you to drown out that inner voice and that intuition. But I see here, you guys are coming into some type of paradise energy. Again, you could be meeting somebody new. I did just do a collective live. I did a collective video that's going to be posted when this video is posted. Go watch that. I'm not going to get too much into it. But with you meeting somebody new, just be mindful of how fast you're moving along with this person. Now, going back to a toxic ex, a toxic relative, someone spiteful. And it's like, if they're coming back around, they're coming back around with spite. They're mad that you left them first. They're mad that you initiated these changes first. They're mad you called them out on their bullshit or you exposed them. So they're coming back around and attempting to humble, hurt, or humiliate you through shame tactics. Someone wants you to feel ashamed. Someone wants to lower your self-esteem. Any newfound confidence that you built up within yourself, someone wants to take that away. So this is all the more reason to leave the past in the past. This person is a gold digger. They're an opportunist. They're loyal to no one but themselves. And I see, yeah, this is just going to cause a negative tower moment. Now, for some of my Pisces who are parents who have children in school, I normally don't like to talk about children, but I do see, and I just seen 1144, I do see that someone could be having trouble at school. Someone is hanging out with a trouble crowd, excuse me. There's like a runaway child here. This child is okay, but I see that something's going on behind your back that's like very malicious. And it could be involving a sibling, a sister, or a brother, or a fake sister, or fake bro. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. But outside of that, if you don't have children, like I mentioned before, there's some very malicious energy here. Once again, someone's desperate to try to hurt or humble you. So this is both two confirmations of somebody wanting to humiliate you. Someone's wanting to humble you. Someone does not want to see you in a good light. And this is definitely an air sign, a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. Once again, someone who needs some form of help from you. Now, these are all different cards, y'all. Like the cards I did for the collective messages I put up, and I put out different cards. Ooh, and it sounded like the collective messages a little bit, but someone needs some help from you. This Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius need help. And at one point in time, you used to overextend yourself. You loved this person more than they ever loved you. Hell, you could have loved this person more than you loved yourself. You had no limits to how much you loved this person and what you would have did for this person. And this is what kind of led to a continuous heartbreak or constant disappointment until you found the strength to leave. Now that you have the strength to leave, or you have left, this person's coming back with malicious hidden motives. So I wouldn't even give this person the satisfaction of a conversation, because they don't respect your change. I'm just noticing everything. My bad, y'all. They don't respect your change. They want you to stay in a lust-based connection. They want to pull you or reel you back into lust. Maybe some sexual exchange energies. Maybe a little bit of warlock energy here. Be mindful. Leave the past in the past right now. Even if you find yourself feeling lonely or reminiscing, let them go, because this person means you no good. I literally can't make this up. The next card out I have is the snake. With the snake, this talks about lies, poisoning, fertility. Key, this is like the core of the problem here. Message, you have someone here who used to be one of your biggest blessing blockers. Someone that used to drain your happiness and confidence from you, that's getting ready to try to reach out to you, Pisces. And it's up to you, and it's your responsibility to leave the past in the past and go no contact. Understand, no response is a response, and that's the response they want to get. You need to give. Divine feminine energy, you're no longer in that low self-esteem energy, that low vibrational energy where you just constantly give without any reciprocation. And I do see, as you're in this divine feminine energy, someone is losing their mind. They are seeking attention from you, whether if this is good or bad attention, whether if this is through smear campaigns or love bomb. This person wants your attention, but it's only because they have a malicious plan in store. So yeah, surrender, let go, move on, detach, and accept that this situation is over between you and this individual. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be romance. It could have something to do with family. And I see that they want you to embrace a season with embrace a season of quiet right now. So when you let go, you move on, and you come into acceptance, this does not mean that you impulsively jump into another relationship. Because like I always say, sometimes we end up with, in repeated cycles, different vessels. Same spirit, we can use Cardi B as an example of that. Surrender and let go of what no longer serves you and what causes more harm than good, but also embrace a season of quiet so you're able to properly heal and come into this divine feminine, divine masculine energy. All right, I'm about to get ready to end it. Woo! Clarity as you wish. Stay present. Truth is emerging. Anything that you were confused about, you're going from confusion to clarity. Enthusiastic. Focus on oneself. Nurture your inner being, radiating with excitement. You guys going to have to learn how to find a friend in you. You have to learn how to fall in love with yourself. Fall in love with the changes that you're making, Pisces, because you're so close to a very happy life. I see that, again, you had toxic elders here, toxic mentors, people giving you self-destructive advice, people purposely trying to push you down the wrong path. Again, maybe since childhood. But you have unexpected help here. And with this unexpected help, this is coming from a community. This is coming from a soul tribe. This is coming from people who don't have hidden motives, where you don't have to question their character. Now, I already said all money is not good money. Then the next card out is money cannot fix or heal all your problems. This could have something to do with some type of financial trauma. Maybe you guys struggle to save money. You struggle to pay your bills on time. You struggle to maintain a certain amount of wealth. Understand that sometimes you don't need better discipline. Sometimes you need to acknowledge and recognize the financial trauma that you may have. I recently learned this. I grew up in severe poverty. Like, we were poor as children. So a part of my financial trauma is that sometimes money used to burn a hole in my pocket. I will always spend and always spend. Even if my bills were taken care of, I have food in my refrigerator. Like, all my needs are met. And they're great. So I used to have the mindset, like, since all my needs are met, then I could go ahead and overindulge. But every time an emergency or the unexpected happened, I was never prepared because I never saved that money. So Rev, your financial trauma is because it burns a hole in your pocket, or you struggle to maintain a job. You cannot change what you don't acknowledge. So I do see that it's going to be important. You realize, although you're being rewarded some form of money, although there's a financial increase coming your way, you need to get to the root of the problem, why it's hard for you to maintain money, or why it's hard for you to save money, and then start to work towards that, like you would do with anything else. Anyways, look beyond it right now. Open your mind, expand your vision, because things are going to be changing very soon. And that's another reason why the ancestors could be having me talk about financial trauma right now, is because maybe there's something here you need to save for in the future that's going to allow you to bring a better quality into your life. Nonetheless, something's unfolding right before your eyes. Another confirmation for truth and clarity. Pieces are coming together in your life. Just keep in mind, bad company corrupts good character. So separate yourself from people who lack morals or just doesn't view life the same as you. You were caught up with a fake soulmate. Some of you guys could have been under the impression you were with a twin flame. This is definitely not a twin flame. This was like some type of matrix illusion karmic partnership. I see that there's some type of resentment here that you need to work on letting go. It's destroying you more than it's destroying them. All right, now let me conclude this reading. To conclude Pisces reading, ancestors, yeah, simple. It's time for you to close the doors to past. The pieces are coming together in your life. And no matter how much you try to explain your hurt and how much, oh, you did this, you did that to me, this person is going to weaponize it. They're going to weaponize your emotions. They're going to twist stories up. They're going to try to rewrite history. They're going to call you delusional. So it's like, don't allow someone to try to emotionally blackmail you. Again, at one point in time, you could have been an over-lover, overextended yourself. You had no boundaries. Now that you have boundaries, do not fall for this. Do not feel bad or guilty about anything right now. Like I said before, the moment you close the door to the past, a new one's going to open up, and this next door is going to allow all your needs as well as wants to be met. All right, we're going to end up with these oracle. Ooh, healing. It is healing season. Bottom of the deck, peace. I started your reading off talking about the peace that's come is not going to, I mean, the losses you've experienced is not going to compare to the peace that comes. We're ending your reading with healing and peace. Pisces, deep down inside, you know what it is that you need to do. It's just a matter of getting it done. Till then, this concludes your reading. Please like, please share, please comment, please subscribe. And until next time, guys, peace.